Welcome, returning and new subscribers. What is going on? I am Goddess High Priestess Empress Amala Pantera. Welcome, welcome, baby. Upon entering, make sure you hit that Mars button. See that thumb right there? Hit that button. Show your love by washing your hands. That is the way you cleanse yourself. The way I'm about to do right now for you, okay? But the way you do it upon entering this palace is by hitting that thumbs up Mars button. That vitality, that life force, knowing who you are, the I am that I am. So, as you can see from the title, okay? Commanding abundance. This is a message that's coming through from yesterday and throughout this rising and into the moment that we're in now, where it's just been cards of abundance and opening of the roads, reaping what you sowed, that type of vibe. And this is all happening for those of you who are bringing order in a moment of chaos. Okay, so 111. What it was 117, but for some reason 111 is going to be significant, obviously, for most of you here. But I'm sitting here, right, shuffling these Orisha cards, and at one point, I forgot which one was at the bottom at that time, but the dwarves and the gnomes message from the earth was popping through. Split the deck, we got the other side of the same energy, okay? So day and night, things are happening day and night, night and day for you all here. Now, as far as the dwarves and the gnomes, okay, it says here, if you are a man, you will be wealthy with a resolute and stable spirit, very earthy characteristics. You'll be financially successful. You have important contacts. If you are a woman, you will have a fighting and persevering spirit with deep self confidence. Overall, you will not stand for being disappointed by anybody. You will not accept deceit or lies. And you will not be a partner to somebody else in it. Your economic situation is great, and you will know how to use it for the benefit of everyone. That's the message of the dwarves and the gnomes here. Okay. So things are coming to fruition on the physical plane for the collective here. And then the message from Earth, all right? The message from Earth is the following: you will be benefited and rewarded with money or valuables for all the skill and capacity shown in your actions. You have a gift for activities related to the earth, such as agriculture, cattle raising, and particularly mining. Fields of study such as agriculture, engineering, farming, laboring, geology, etc. Fertility in any kind of plans, desires, and projects. And like I said, upon rising, I pulled some rooms. Okay. I shuffled them out already, but Berkana and Yira keeps coming out. Yira, Jira keeps coming out. And Jira has a lot to do with reaping what you sow. And Berkana has to do with growth as a result of your creative essence. Okay, so with that being said, I want to see what else is coming through here. I had to just pause on me shuffling, just picking up on the vibe for the collective. And I was like, you know what? Let's share this from now. Okay. So and it was a Jupiter hour as well. And today is Jupiter Day, Thursday. So we are now where I'm located in the Mars hour. Welcome, Empress. We also have the couple here. So there's the blossoming of a partnership as well. All of a sudden, volcanoes are also significant. Things that are happening on the planet is also happening within the body. So as within, so without, as without, so within. Look at that. Look. It keeps coming out. It keeps coming out. What's this? Message from the water. Balancing one's emotions. Let's see here. Thank you, Mama Universe, Papa Universe, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, ascended masters that guide and protect me. Higher self. Let's get it. Ashe, ashe, ashe. 8 of Cups comes out. I heard release the Kraken. And the Ace of Cups. So, beings, creatures, animals of the sea, of the water, are going to be a significant sign as a reminder to pay attention to what you're feeling. And if you have any doubts, have a moment, sit down with yourself, ask yourself questions as to why you're feeling this doubt. And remember that whenever you ask yourself a question, is a reflection of you. Let me see what's going on here. Let me look at it from here because, ooh-wee. Okay. Let me go to the Ace of Water, as this was the foundation of it. So after a period of imbalance as a result of excessive ambition, which may be long-lasting due to the above-mentioned characteristics, we have here Mars-Pluto energy, transformation of oneself. Through lack of stability and imbalance. That's like a wake-up call. Imbalance as a result of excessive ambition. I'm also getting a message here of some of you having the syndrome of being a victim or prey. That after a period of this type of energy here with the Ace of Cups comes a new stage in which your childhood experience is present. So there has been a massive healing, cleansing of the inner child. So there comes a new stage in which your childhood experience is present, and a person who makes a balance between past and present will project a future of love. Feelings prevail without mental or psychic confusion, times of great beauty and joy. Let me pull a rune card here for you so I can see what the I Ching is saying here. What's the message for the collective? Beneath the Ace of Cups with this dolphin is also, because of this inner child healing that you've been having and reconnecting and allowing the inner child to be present, there has been this activation or opening of telepathy, or your ability to be able to hear and see through the dark. We have here Othela, but it came out in reverse. Let me look at this. Because this could be the energy of what is causing some form of doubt. When you have the ability to command the love, joy, and abundance that you desire, but you just have to remember that, it's important for you to connect with source, not what a emotional being is telling you what source is, but what you feel source to be. So not an emotional being outside of you, but what you feel source to be. And to do so, it may require you to, tap into those deep sensitive psychological areas, Pluto, of your life that has affected you from breaking through, from allowing you to see your mystic and psychic abilities, things of that nature. Now, let's see, loves. The I Ching is decay. What does 18 say? Mountain above, wind below. Prepare. Winds of gradual change wear away the mountain. Cultivate action in others to bring about repair and great progress. If starting, meditate on the future. Okay. So it seems like here with this Eight of Cups, either you or an energy around you, okay, is still in the space of who they were in the past, focusing on past potentials, and the focus of past potentials is keeping them there. There has been so many other things that has developed within you or this person's life that is causing a head bunt because of focusing on past potential. Now, this also has to do with obsession here because you're in a state of abundance coming in at your command. So, with that being said, there's a level of alchemy that you have finally, I'm hearing, connected to, aligned with, and it comes with higher levels of sensitivity or empathy. But in this moment, it's important for you not to know what's yours and what isn't in terms of what it is that you're feeling. You may want to incorporate frankincense and myrrh when it comes to you meditating, the resin of it, frankincense and myrrh. I'm also hearing to bring harmony into this situation, write out what you may feel like you are doubting, and really sit there and observe what it is that you're writing instead of expressing what it is that you're feeling without experiencing it and then asking yourself, oh, why is this happening to me? As you're writing this, view it more from an observing point where it's okay. First and foremost, your soul chose to be here in this moment, in this period of time. So now what is it that you, in connection to your highest self, must get to the bottom of to release or dissolve these blockages that are, occurring in your life or around you? Okay. Let's see what else you got here, beloved. Let me see. Now is not the time to be held down and bound by old conditioning and behavior. Adaptability to change must be fostered as change is inevitable. A refusal to go with the flow of change will result in more hurdles and obstacles in your way. All right. Keep in mind that when you are wanting to own something, you run the risk of losing it. So here's also another lesson some of you or people around you are learning about detachment. And the message is to allow everyone and everything to be as they should. Now they're showing me a wolf. You can find the path, align with the path, but everyone is not supposed to follow that path with you, okay? Invisible forces are at work. Lagos. What else you got here? And the Ace of Air. I love to see it. I love to see it. You feel me? From the Ace of Cups to the Ace of Air, and at the bottom of the deck, wow, you got the 10 of Wands and the 7 of Air. There's been a lot of deception and lies that you have been uncovering, walking through hot coals when it comes to situations like this, but it definitely built up your character. That's for sure. Ooh-wee. Shango at the top of it all. Okay. Well, what do you know? Let me get a room here for you. And then we'll look at this some more. Welcome all. This may not be the only live for today. I just had to share the vibes of, the dwarves and the gnomes, abundance approaching you right now at your command. But you got to break through these doubts, break through these ways of perception or connecting to the currency energy of money. You know, put money in the position of you being in a partnership with someone else. The way you are treating money, is it the way you would like? Is it the way you would want to be treated in a partnership? The way you speak about money, is it the way you would want to be spoken about in a partnership? Let's see. Some of you are also breaking through the ways of life where you have been on this planet or in other realms where it wasn't necessary for you to have it. And what you see that's being done with it or to attain it, it really causes this Eight of Cups energy. The way you see it here, where your ship is always sinking. And you have come here to face the tests posed by life or by your karma. Ask your spiritual guides for help, trusting that you will not be abandoned during hard times. And you will overcome these tests without any difficulty or hardship. Your reward will be an increase in your self-esteem and acknowledgement of your honesty by others. And with self-esteem and with Venus and Leo, with Pluto going back into Capricorn, it's going to give you the chance, if you allow it to break through certain structures within your mindset, within, the environment that you're in or what you allow yourself to be a part of, so that way you can excel in life and just bring forth the excellence. I mean, hello. Yeah, welcome, Yvette. Makes sense, Mama. Welcome, Alana. It says here you have a duty and carry a message of peace, harmony, the result of which will be successful, reappraising your efforts and encompassing everything. Nothing should be left to chance because nothing is accidental. It is the victory of love over human mediocrity, the triumph of the spirit, high artistic value, inspiration. A dove opens its wings as a protective mantle over humanity, which is also representing Pluto's energy, the higher octave. A crystalline figure representing the pure and virginal state in which a human being comes into this world, a symbol of the Holy Spirit. Okay? So we went from this imbalance due to excessive ambition, and this could be the excessive ambition that you may have, been brought up under or raised under. That for you to be successful, you have to work hard, you have to do this, you got to become this, instead of what I would highly suggest with all the information that we have out today. Doesn't matter if your children are adults or they're just growing up, whatever age, if you are around a group of people or people that you care about, I highly suggest everybody to look and have a discussion about each and everyone's human design. So that way each and every person can get can gain clarity as to the way this person is designed and the way that they move. Because for instance, you could be a parent could raise their children as manifesting generators when they're projectors. So, which means that if they have if they're raising them as manifesting generators, it's like get to work, get to work, get to work, get to work. When a projector actually can do most of that work, 8 times of that work, with more rest. See, the projector energy, they may appear when the projector knows who they are in terms of human design. You're gonna find them sleeping, taking naps, moving slowly, but they can do so much within that moment that they get to work, than having to be on the go, 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 go. So it's important to know that human design, but all things, natal charts. I mean, it's Age of Aquarius. It has a lot to do with astrology too. So different forms of divination that could be used with astrology or as astrology. Yes, and it doesn't matter your age. If you have, see, it takes great power. I would say it's a gift. It's an unfortunate gift, but it's a gift to be ignorant, to have information in front of you and not question what it is, because for majority of the time that human beings have thrived on this planet, or have been in survival mode rather on this planet, it has been more so about this is what it is, without humanity questioning, okay, this is what it is, but what is this? What is this, and how does this really serve me and my purpose, my soul? Because you instantly get the vibe when you're in something and something don't feel in alignment. Instead of keep going on with that flow, questioning if it's something that you realize, okay, it works, move forward. If it don't, back the foot up, all the way, back all the way up, get out. You know what I mean? So yeah, beautiful vibes though. A lot of lessons learned. The Tower, ooh, Hagalaz, the rune of the Tower, Hagalaz. Let's look at this one. Let me see. What's careful out there now. Well, Thela has to do with an internal force, first and foremost. The home turf, whether this is physically, emotionally, or spiritually, has been turned upside down for clarity, to clear out the imbalance. Now, with Hagalaz, the Tower, that will do it. Let's look at this some more. It's an external force outside of your control. It's a neutral power, asking you to never shy away from challenges as they strengthen and teach you throughout your life. Hail is also a representation of this rune, of an elemental power, the Great Awakener. That's Uranus, right? So let's see here. I'm going to look at the I Ching here. I Ching. Oh God. Ooh. Mountain above, earth below. Previously with Othela was mountain above, wind below. And this one is mountain above, earth below. The weak earth cannot support the mountain. The realm deteriorates. Enlightened people stabilize their lives through generosity toward the needy. So that's beautiful, because that's also what I've been seeing on my feeds, where it was this video of a guy walking into Tim Hortons and asks the cashier for a piece of bread. And she says, "Sure, are you hungry? Do you want food?" And then he was like, "Sure." And then she was like, "Do you want coffee?" He was like, "I just want a piece." She was like, "No, don't worry about it. I'll pay for it." And she was just mentioning how it's important, heart chakra just going boop, 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 boop. How it's important to, assist one another, help one another, love one another, and not continue with this narrative of greed that has the shifts that we are experiencing within the earth. So it's everything has a process. That's the universal law of rhythm. What goes in comes out, what goes up comes down. So there's a consequence to it all. So why, what will be the better option to live on the side of love or to live on the side of greed and envy and jealousy? Because that's gonna look, you know what I'm saying? That's just hail and storms over there. So I know I don't want no parts of that. But here, we here in this earthly realm where we gotta do what we gotta do and being mindful of how we do things. With this rune Hagalaz, you would want to work with onyx. The associated herb is lily of the valley. Hmm, okay. This rune could be used to remove unwanted influences and energies, breaking destructive patterns used for protection, health, and harmony. Is an unconscious influence operating within relationships, past experiences, and other relationships, including projections from parents. Wow. Okay. There's that. Hmm. It represents the concept of balance, yin and yang, male and female, positive, negative, black, white. It is also seen as a potential energy of neutral power by external force. It marks both the beginning and the end and indicates a warning not to become too complacent. It stands in between Kenaz, which is the torch, the opening of the way, the world card. This rune stands in between the world card and the hangman. Wow. Let's see what the Orishas have to say. Reminding us of the creative potential that lies between these two opposites, even though initially their meeting may seem destructive. Hagalaz is the bolt from the blue that shakes things up, then arranges them perfectly. It's also having to do with the mysteries of renewal through destruction, like Odin sometimes. One must lose in order to find his or her own personal power. I just got chills right here. What's 402? Column E, what's that? Let me see. Food. What about it? Okay. I have given you every seed bearing plant on the surface of the entire earth, and every tree whose fruit contains seed. This food will be for you. Genesis 1:29. I know that's right. For all the wildlife of the earth, for every bird of the sky, and for every creature that crawls on the earth, everything having the breath of life in it. Ashe, source. Okay, I see you, I feel you, I hear you. Yeah, we got to bring love into this situation, boy. What is the message here from the Orishas? Look at that. Berkana, which is the divine feminine energy, is the judgment rune. And then we got transformation right up under that. Okay. Nine of Wands is the message about Halalas for the collective here. Something to do with fasting. 9 large candles, each representing a state of meditation and enlightenment. A man wearing a white turban lies on a straw mat in a profound mystical state, knowing that this period of asceticism and fasting will result in his transformation and regeneration. The number 9 is the only number that, when multiplied by another, results in a number that, when reduced to a unit, becomes 9 again. The meaning of this card is apparent inactivity because your actions will be more mental and or spiritual as you enter a stage of self-improvement during which it is necessary to save energy. For that purpose, it is advisable that you refrain from material things to reach higher levels of consciousness. Abstain from alcohol and sex, especially without purpose of rejuvenation. Or some of you could be doing this and you're being told at this time with the Hagalaz rune coming out, this is going to be it's going to be a strong transformational period for you. It's going to allow you to align with that abundance that we started the reading with, okay? It's going to help you to look upon your challenges as opportunities for greater learning and growth, and noticing that the greater the challenge, the more wisdom you have acquired once you've overcome the obstacles in your path. Also, again, the wake-up call. So you're being asked to pay attention to what exactly? What are you asking them to pay attention to? To receive this infinite abundance, the legacy of life, which is love. Because when you have love, you are an instant magnet to all that is love. They want you to pay attention to, we have the 3 of Earth and the 5 of Wands. Who it was that you collaborated with that brought the most drama into your life. But this is what caused you to transform or to go through a certain path to no longer do anything anymore. You know, this is like someone that you meet that gets you to the point of, you know, fuck this, enough is enough. Or a situation with those who you were raised by that you start to really see through observation, like this is not who you're going to become. This is part of a tradition that no longer serves you. So now, you know, you're really paying attention to the message 32, 33, 22. You're really paying attention to source and the messages that are coming through intuitively with the giraffe that has a very strong connection or a higher connection to the skies with the long neck. But this is also speaking of you being able to have a stronger connection to your intuition, especially fighting these demons. Let's look at this. It says use the same weapons as your opponents. So that you're being asked to look at moments where you use the same weapons as your opponents or more powerful ones. Your cleverness and astuteness, the fire itself, should be a part of a strategy to deliver an accurate blow and have an efficient defense. So this is speaking of your ancestors and spirit guides, you know, fighting your battles for you. Because here we have the fire as well. But this person is resting. The person is resting. Okay. It says here, the beast will try to corrupt you. Do not allow yourself to be tempted, otherwise it will catch you. Fight fairly and the victory will be yours. So some of you may have felt like there has been energy thrown towards you that woke your ass up to realize, okay, I have to pray more, do my affirmations more, focus on this more and not what's not working. Because the more you focus on what wasn't working, you notice this type of toxic energy would just come to you even more and more and more and more and more until you decide to shift your perception and change from doubt to knowing. Because knowing means that you have faith. Hope, you haven't even reached what people would misconstrue that with believing. See, hope, that's one of those words that If I could, I would literally take it out all dictionaries because it's not the same as faith at all. When you say you have faith in something, you know it's going to happen. You're not focused on when you going through the process of life, and you allowing that process of whatever it is that you're asking for to have its moment, so that when it's ready, and you are ready to receive it. See, when you're hoping, is causing this static, like, like you're apprehensive, your nerves are moving in a way that it turns more into obsession, and you're like, I hope this works, I hope this works, versus I have faith this works. Again, I'm gonna use that example. If a doctor came to you and told you, I hope this will work, versus I have faith this will work, I'm pretty sure you'll know what you'll be choosing then. So yeah, it's simple. That's why meditation is important, so you can really pause and just really sit there and think about, process what you say, the words that you choose. Is it really bringing you what you ask for? And if it does bring you what it is that you're asking for, can you enjoy it to the levels that you found yourself feeling as to why you even asked for it? Because when they say energy is fluid, it can't be created nor destroyed. It tends to be underestimated as to what that means. That's similar to having to complete a particular karmic lesson in one area or a particular location that you live in. Until you complete that, you're going to carry that energy over and over and over, no matter where it is that you go, because it's still something that you're tethered to, that's of a lower mind or of a lower frequency, that has yet to be transmuted into something higher or greater. Okay, 411. That's the info. So learning that lesson will allow you to, analyze moments where you've made taken action on impulsive decisions, or taken, taking action on impulsive decisions. Everything happens for a reason, though. You know that already. But once you really start to view yourself from a higher perspective, the second time you do the same thing is not really a mistake, because you just did the same thing a second time. It was a choice. This is why I said ignorance is quite the gift, to see information that's there and to just not do anything with it. I mean, there is something being done with it, being, pushing it to the side and not analyzing it to see what else is out there for you. So it says here with the Three of Pentacles with the giraffes, conjunction of work, service, and savings made with great effort, talent, and wisdom, perfect associations. Now, this card shows animals standing firmly and securely. The bones of their legs bear all their skeletal structure in spite of their great size and height. One of the giraffes prefers to be in the service of its two companions, a Virgo characteristic, helping to pick the fruits, knowing that prudence, Capricorn, will keep them alive, and considering, after a careful analysis, Virgo, that each jointly with the others will be favored by their mutual help, Taurus. A very long neck, an area governed by Taurus, makes them haughty, elegant, and harmonious, Venus and Saturn acting in close relationship. In sum, the trilogy of a united earth. There's that for your ass. Let me look at this here 501 thing. My twisty. It's still stuck in the ice. Cool beans. Okay. So let me look at this here. Fire-breathing dragon is defeated, chased away, and kept at bay with lighted logs. Fire is fought with fire. This is what these 5 men think and do with faith and tenacity. So that's what that meant. Okay. You've had struggles that's been hard and tiresome. Source said, let that shit go. Let it go. Let it go. Let's see what else we got coming through here for y'all. Let me pull some of my cords on. Okay. If you are wanting a personal energy update during this live, view the pin for instructions for offline messages. Email me, 25-minute consultations, $40, baby. We got Aries Libra, which is where the nodes are shifting to July 4144. Okay, with that food message, there's the reason why some of you, your appetite is changing is because there has to be a certain level of flow that has to occur within your solar plexus for these changes behind the scenes to occur. As you got the world in your hands. Let me see what this is, though. What about the nodal shifts? Foundation, setting a new foundation. Because you deserve this, yes. A gift in secret pacifies and turns away anger. A bribe in the lap, strong wrath. So this is picking up on the energy of being mindful of, who it is that wants to be around you and for what reason. Is it for their gain or is it mutual? Death and life are in the power of the tongue. Proverbs 18. Then you have here, continue to do your affirmations as this is prayers, affirmations as it's backfiring toxic energy sent your way. 1122 is a confirmation while there is 133, 1033 divine guidance surrounding you now. You're in a state of being magnetic, harmonious in love, and finding that harmony through self-realization. So this is what I mean, like y'all really in this state of bringing in this abundance that you may not have ever experienced in this lifetime. It may be something that's connected to you from a past life that you are coming back to gain. We have no, which is a complete sentence. Gemini, Sagittarius. Learning to say no. So you're not being taken advantage of. Some of you have been able to see true colors of those who you felt were supportive or loved you when you said no. You may have always been the person that said yes, even sacrificing yourself and saying yes, which is now where we speak about the word selfish. It's this, as long as you're doing it in a constructive manner, do you, because that means you're filling your cup back up in order for you to, be there for others. If your cup ain't full, you just gonna be doing work from fumes or on E. And that's not going to serve you or anyone around you. I mean, if it does serve you, it's going to cause havoc in your life. We don't want that now. You don't want unnecessary karma. Saturn in Pisces going retrograde on the 17th will also be hitting up on those areas too, where it's giving you another look at what you've been doing. The way you cleanse yourself from situations, even past illusions. Do what you must do to help yourself. What else we have here? Okay, that's all we got. Was at the bottom. Paternal energy, Capricorn, Saturn vibes. Once again, Pluto will be going into Capricorn on the 11th. Going within, releasing yourself from structures that no longer serve you, orders that no longer serve you, traditions that no longer serve you. You are a blue eagles, yellow sun. If you are, let me look at this. I want to talk more about this here. As far as your galactic signature, that's popping through here. Yellow sun, blue eagle. The power of the yellow sun is universal fire, bringing order and chaos through enlightenment. The power of the blue eagle is vision, bringing order into chaos through creativity. Both are connected to the crown chakra. Blue eagle, Jupiter. Yellow sun, Pluto. All right, now let's see. Let me pull up. Yellow sun. If you are a yellow sun, you may want to get yourself up some sunflowers, honey. Let me see. Yellow sun is the awakening that a lifetime is just a shell, a costume, a cloaking of divine light. Our essence is as bright as the sunbeams radiating earth each rising and as eternal. We shine from behind a veil of incarnation, our physical form simplistic compared to the spectral sheen of our ageless soul. People born on yellow sun days hold this raw vital energy. They are charged with the connection to the sun and infusion of divine impulse as well as vivid light. They can't be hidden. And if you try to push them into the darkness, the hiding place you've chosen will rather go up in flames. Oh, shit. Yellow sun people are ambassadors of light designed to illuminate the shadows that others fear, sent ahead often to burn out the residue of something distasteful, casting instead a delightful glow. They lead like a beacon and are brilliant. They are the center of the universe and also dependent on for other sustenance. Somehow, this near arrogant autonomy is balanced by the role of being in service to others, real needs for warmth and insight. I feel like also that's what Venus and Leo is going to be doing for the collective, getting you to see, where you have been dimming your light and to stop doing so. It says here sometimes yellow sun, galactic signature, people stand alone, a fire with toxic energy they can sense in the environment, purified for the rest of us to be at peace in. But they are always beautiful, shining, streaming with radiance. This is like, not like this would be, um, you can connect this to when you hear people say, check on your strong friends type of vibe. Yellow sun is usually that strong person, that strong soul tribe member instead of friend. It's simply not possible for a yellow sun to be a wallflower, only to help those shy blooms stretch farther up the vine. Those born in this origin, referring back to Mayan origins of yellow sun, those born in its energy represent the lord and ruler of a kingdom. King of Wands energy popping through here. See you. They wear the sacred mask aligning them with the sun god and revered on earth as mere deity. Now let's look at Blue Eagle, see what's up here. Are any of you in here Yellow Sun or Blue Eagle? Welcome, Fatima. Blue Eagle. Hey, Blue Eagle. Y'all are occult, power, mystical, magical energy to White World Bridger. Salute. Let's see. Blue Eagle action. Its direction in life is to create because they act as a creator who sits at the peak of the pyramid of all existence. They know how to invent and accomplish because they understand how so many processes unfold and objects are put together. They are rarely in full subservience, more often have empowerment over their free time or governance with their employment, so they can act as the one in charge or overseeing a project. Blue Eagle people can be fine artists and writers. Their visual capacity so detailed and deep, and they can also bask in others' ability to refine life in words and images, the big picture view. Jupiter vibes. Blue Eagle's power, its offering to strengthen us in return, is offering to strengthen us in turn is vision. So if you are a Blue Eagle, this full moon in Sagittarius we just had, ooh, you've been feeling the vibes. You've been feeling the vibes. There is their ability to fly to the above that separates them from the rest of us, which might be mental brilliance or ingenuity that sets them as leaders, alone in pioneering new wisdom. But Blue Eagle also has this gift of penetrating and expansive sight. They can see distance and they can see detail. Nothing escapes their eye. Even if you're not a Blue Eagle and if you've been seeing a lot of eagles, this is also something that's being brought to your attention by source that you are now in a position where you can see distance and the detail and nothing escapes your eye. So don't create delusions or illusions that what you're seeing ain't what it is. Just pay attention. I just heard somebody say it ain't so. So therefore, their everyday living is dominated by what they behold by sight more than smell, touch, listening, tasting, and then the sixth sense of intuition. They stay in the air, their minds scanning and sweeping their eyes over the great spread of earth and sky. This is their life function, their orientation, their potency. They can, at worst, be voyeurs and looky-loos, gossip about the people in their lives as if they were underlings. But in their best expanse, they are visionaries, like Path 11, understanding the big picture beyond everyday cultural conception, one woven seamlessly to the sky god's intent. Blue Eagle has the essence of the mind. Compared to the rest of the animal kingdom, as a bird has the lightest bones, and any heft it achieves is plumped by feathers. It's hardly cellular, positioned next to a land mammal. The only density in its mental capacity, its ability to synthesize the sights its eyes amasses. Beautiful. Shout out to the yellow suns and the blue eagle. Yellow sun, the zone of the enlightened one. Yeah, and blue eagle, zone of the seer. You see it and then you hear it. Prophets hear it, then see it. Bada bing, bada boom. So that's that. 144:19. Your 12 divine powers, 12 disciplines, or 12 disciples. Mastering each of those carrying the potency of 12,000. When you master all 12 of those divine powers, disciplines, disciples, this is how you connect to the 144,000, bringing clarity to the Hagalas or situations in your life that were challenging, that brought you great wisdom. And yes, I'm going to tell you what they are, your 12 divine powers. Let me find the page though. I wrote it in here a couple times. Yeah, 3 times. So this is also where you can see where you may have certain blockages that's not allowing you to command this abundance that these dwarves and gnomes is out here like, yo, here. This is yours. Come get your shit. You like, that ain't mine. You got your whole name, blood type, social, all type of shit on you. Like, that ain't mine. Right. Like Steve Harvey said in one of his things, you don't want your acres and shit, I'll take it. Pretty sure we all don't mind taking it and sharing it amongst us. If you don't want it. Shit. Where y'all at? Where y'all from? That's speaking of, where y'all at? Well, I look for this. Hey, this is somewhere over here. This section. I just heard the word fertilizer. Fertilizer. Okay. So your 12 divine powers, disciplines, the 12 faculties of the mind. Multiply that by 12,000, you get 144,000. So this is how you reach it. Through faith. By the way, not one of these say hope. We'll just throw that out there. Faith, that's Peter. Strength, Andrew. Judgment, James, son of Zebedee. Love, John. Power, Philip. Imagination, Bartholomew. Understanding, Thomas. Will, Matthew. Order, James, son of Alph. Zeal, Simon the Canaanite. Elimination, Thaddeus. Appropriation or life conservation, Judas. These are all your 12 divine powers, disciples, disciplines, faculties of the mind. To reach 144, you gotta be tapped into love, to faith, strength, judgment, love, power, imagination, understanding, will, order, zeal, elimination, and appropriation. Appropriation. See, you know what tends to be what kicks humanity out of that 144,000, that elimination process. That elimination process be, and you know how you know where you at with it. You know what part of the body is connected to? Your lower back. Your lower back. That's usually one of the main complaints of human beings in terms of ortho situation, orthopedic situation, is lower back. Because that Kundalini energy is not able to rise. Better get to it, baby. You better get to it. So, let me see what else I got in here. First I smell fertilizer, now I'm smelling powder. We looked at powder, then why am I smelling powder again? Let me see. What was powder last time? 1099 union, something to do with the union. You'll find out, it says. Wow, what are we finding out? Hold on. There's some shit going on here, apparently. Thank you for appreciating what I do in my time. I love you, Fatima. I appreciate you more, my love. Source was like, get on it. Get on it. Well, here we are. I'm gonna pull one of the Orishas. What are we finding out here about the union source? before I even go into that, as far as one of the faculties of mind in man within you, understanding connects to the cerebrum, front brain, Book of Thomas. The cerebrum initiates and coordinates movement and regulates temperature. It also enables speech, judgment, thinking and reasoning, problem solving, emotions, and learning. It enables vision, hearing, touch, and other senses, the cerebrum. Then after that, you have center front brain, will, corpus callosum. Did I put this here? I did not. 1 second. The two hemispheres in your brain. Okay. In your brain are connected by a thick bundle of nerve fibers called the corpus callosum that ensures both sides of the brain can communicate and send signals to each other. So, as you know, the right side of the brain controls the left side of the body, left side of the brain, right side of the body. The main role of the corpus callosum, which is connected to the faculty of mind in man, will, solar plexus vibes. The corpus callosum is to serve as a conduit, allowing information to transmit from one side of the brain to the other. Okay. It also hypothesized to play a major role in movement control, cognitive functions such as memory and learning. So there could be certain things that you are craving or your ancestors are asking you to eat as a way of, that Nine of Wands card that we saw with the figure in white laying on the mat with 9 candles. This could help you to really get to the bottom of whatever could be blocking you from your willpower and trusting your gut instinct. My South Node and Virgo kicking in like a motherfucker. Wait. Got South Node and Moon and Virgo. There's that. That's why I'm here for you. What you got going on, instead of making it so damn difficult for yourself. This is why we tell you I get your personals. Simplify the shit. Let's see. For that type of message, those personals are the ones that are scheduled outside of 48 hours. You have the personal energy update, which you can book with me via email, and upon my response to that email, we'll do your reading within 48 hours, or I can record it and send it to you. But those don't include like the natal chart and stuff. That's just cards, oracles, my book. And what Source has to say to you. Although I do use the astrology and things of that nature that's going on at the present moment to guide you. But yeah, it's to really get to the bottom of things so you can simplify your life. Some of you could be wanting to close out certain cycles that you didn't come here for. That was a stepping stone to what you're supposed to do. And others of you, it's the opposite. What's a stepping stone you have to dive deeper into. What do you want them to know? What is to be found out here about the union? What is to be found out here about the you? Wow. The card comes out. We just talk about it. What's this? Just sources like the readings be accurate. Chill. Wow. The man, the star, spiritual judgment. Aquarius. This is the age of spiritual judgment with the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is wounded warrior energy or moon and Sag. Full moon and Sag. I'm telling you, that full moon and Sag kicked off some shit now. Kicked off some shit. So with Pluto going into Capricorn, there's going to be a lot of discussions and changes and back and forth when it comes to boundaries. This is what I was saying. Humanity got to shape up. Look at that. 6 of air, 6 of swords, and 9 of air. Some of you are going to be literally guided to make a move. Trust where you're being guided to go. Don't procrastinate. 9 of swords, 4 of wands. Yeah. So this is giving offerings to Yemaya. Again, with the full moon energy here. So regarding the union, you'll find out. For some of you, I'm about to let you know which locations or states are connected to Cancer energy. As far as home. Now, the U.S. itself is a sun in Cancer country. D.C. has a moon in Cancer. Washington, D.C. has a moon in Cancer. Let's see here. It's a lot of locations we about to name right now. So we got Washington, D.C., Cancer moon. Montgomery, Alabama, moon in Cancer. Arkansas, moon in Cancer. Florida, specifically Orlando, sun in Cancer. Idaho, sun in Cancer. Chicago, moon in Cancer. Louisiana, Baton Rouge, sun in Cancer. Portland, Maine, sun in Cancer. Michigan, Detroit, Michigan, moon in Cancer. New Hampshire, in general, sun in Cancer. But Concord, also sun in Cancer, and Manchester, moon in Cancer. New Mexico, Santa Fe, sun in Cancer. Albuquerque, moon in Cancer. Ohio, Columbus, Ohio, moon in Cancer. Norman, Oklahoma, sun in Cancer. OKC, sun in Cancer, moon in Cancer. Oh, shit then. Oregon, moon in Cancer. Oregon, Medford, moon in Cancer. With the sun in Pisces. Wow. Tennessee, Chattanooga, moon in Cancer, sun in Sagittarius location. Nashville, moon in Cancer, sun in Aries. 444 right now. If I am mentioning any locations that you are thinking of leaving and going to, here's a message. Texas. Obviously, go by your own decision and judgment, but I'm just being a messenger here. Houston, Texas, moon in Cancer, sun in Gemini location. Virginia, sun in Cancer location. Richmond, Virginia specifically, sun in Cancer. Washington, moon in Cancer. And then we got Wyoming, sun in Cancer. Casper, Wyoming, sun in Cancer. Sheridan, Wyoming, sun in Cancer. Oh, okay. Canada, sun in Cancer. Ooh, Canada, U.S., sun in Cancer. And it's a Cancer moon, too. Huh. Pakistan, moon in Cancer. So there we go. Those are locations as far as Cancerian placements. The reason why I say that having to do with the Four of Wands card here, because it mentions going to the waters and giving an offering to Yemaya, right? Now, let me look here. 4 members of a family walk arm in arm toward the sea as if forming a chain of strength and union. Shout out to my fellow water trines. Yo, all of them are dressed in white and each carries a lighted pale blue candle to the limits of the kingdom of Yemaya to thank her for happiness received. This card also represents thankfulness and recognition of all favors, help, and cooperation received collectively or individually, but representing the majority, social, family, community, or work group. Gradual and systemically bringing prosperity, happiness, joy, and peace. Wow, okay. So, let's see what else that Gematria said, because now, I'm just curious. Environment, you find out. Sudden rapture soon. Is it going to give me 1099? Let me see. Nothingness, and it's connected to the book of Job, which speaks a lot about astrology or astronomy. Job 26:7, he stretches out the north over empty space and hangs the earth on nothing. Excuse me. 1 second. Say what now? The greatness of God. He wraps up the waters in his clouds, and then the cloud does not burst under them, and the cloud does not burst under them. He obscures the face of the full moon and spreads his cloud over it. He has inscribed a circle on the surface of the waters at the boundary of light and darkness. The pillars of heaven tremble and are amazed at his rebuke. He quieted the sea with this is okay, let me read this right. She quieted the sea. Source quieted the sea with source power. And by source understanding, source shattered Rahab. What is Rahab? Let's see. Go here. Storming against, feared, stormed against, a biblical monster. Who's Rahab in this instance then? Who would be Rahab? Oh shit. Ogun comes out. Why would Ogun come out? Well, that's who's oh, okay. This is who's shattering the monster, literally. Sent by the ancestors, 4 of Wands, to break you free from the anxiety that leads to lack of poverty mindset. Okay. By the breath, the heavens are cleared. Source hand has pierced the fleeing serpent. Behold, these are the fringes of Source ways, and how faint a word we hear of Source. By his mighty thunder, who can understand? As you can tell, full-fledged Sagittarius coming through. Salamander is here at the bottom of the deck with Obatala showing, which is also, wow, and the devil. Okay. All is Source is what it's saying here. Now, Salamander, which is after the message of Earth. Celts and Druids are significant, but the Salamander represents a man or a woman. It says, who can understand? It represents a man or woman in his or her 40s or with much experience in life, who fights for ideals and who is a great thinker, strategist, army officer, or ruler. And Nobatala here is also a representative of the emperor. His or her will is strong, and he or she is dynamic and optimistic, as well as realistic and rational. Warns about when surrounded by unfavorable cards. This warns about physiological disorders, imbalance, and slow metabolism. Okay, so there we go. Let's say you are used to eating something and all of a sudden you have a lack of appetite for it, or it really hurts your tummy, right? You may want to look into the meaning behind that particular food or the tradition that it comes from, because that's how deep I take it. When it's there's anything you want to know is right in front of you, but it's up to you to dive deeper into it. So let's say you're used to what can I say? Let's say if it has to do with eggs, and you all of a sudden just don't like eating eggs anymore. This is one of those things where it'll cause you to go back to a moment. Like if we're talking about this, I would ask you, okay, so when did you enjoy eating eggs? Like when did it start? Who fed it to you? And when they fed it to you, what was their philosophy as to what eggs meant to you? And based on the experiences that you've had thus far, where do those two come into agreement or not? Because the body's always going to tell you. We just sit here. That's why I said that's a gift in itself, to be ignorant. Your body's always telling you about different things, So let's see. Or this could be like a traditional meal that you have certain times of the year, and you're no longer, you no longer have a taste for it, or you all of a sudden became allergic to it. Because there's a part of you within your cells that have awakened that does not connect to that particular tradition. And the body goes through different forms of communication, especially through food. So, I'm hearing fighting hunger pains. So, that fast, going through a fast. feel like some of you are uncovering or discovering something much deeper about yourself, and it's requiring you to take these certain steps in terms of changing your nutrition, your location, the way you speak, who you're speaking to, how much time you're invested in doing things that you're noticing you have to cut back on or do more of. So yeah. Now, Ellie, thank you, beloved. Appreciate you. Let's see what else we got coming through, shall we? Yes, we shall. Bob the Builder. Yep, I'm gonna look up that gematria too. That's how I'm feeling today. What Bob the Builder talking about? What we need to look at here, because yesterday was Teletubby, so this inner child is screaming. Bob the Builder. Bob the Builder. Bob the Builder. Okay, Guru, all life matters, the right hand of God. Wee. Okay, there goes Michael. October 9th. Ooh, the day before Pluto goes direct. Once again, the perfect leader. What was that? Where did that come into play? Berkana. Now is the time to put the knowledge and wisdom you have learned into practice for your ass. Okay, here we go. Palm Springs, Darby. Dear Prudence, Queen of Sheba, Bob the Builder. Let me look at these numbers. $487. Oak of the King. What are we talking about? What does this even mean? Hold on. A state of consciousness in man that realizes that the joy of Jah is his fortress and strength, the king's oak. Place in Asher. Asher meaning happy, happy place. An oak tree stands for something very strong and protective. It signifies the defense of the Almighty. Where is the oak tree runes? Oak tree, where are you? We have Yira, harvest, reaping what you sow. What else? And the warrior. Okay. And no, not you. Not you, buddy. Who else? Rado, journey. Okay, the warriors on a journey of harvest, reaping what they sow. I hear you. Okay. The Builder coming through for the win. RTJ, TJR could be significant. 2015, 2013 to 2015. Okay. We have a restroom break. 1 second. Bob the Builder. I ain't even go cap though. I used to watch Bob the Builder. There was moments like during summer break, even in high school. You know when you got them summer breaks, you be finding yourself watching, your little kiddie shows. I might watch it later too, just to see what they talking about, because they be giving all the tea. You feel me? So, all right, let's look at this. Yira Tiwas Redo. And then we going to get into some more tarot. Are you ready, kids? Growth. Okay. Transformation by an external force of nature. To bring stability from moments of self-sacrificing. Why do I want to? Let me see here. You're welcome. Let me go to the oracles. See, I'm telling you, this room always comes, it shows itself each and every time. Growth, rebirth, sanctuary, plant life, mature wisdom, healing, safety. The most obvious truth is hidden deep within, and only you will ever know it. This rune also helps to strengthen the power of secrecy, works of concealment and protection, containing and holding other powers together: motherhood, healing, gardening, child raising, and the womb. What's that? Fakum Diddy. Speaking of the womb, number 7777. Road opener. The opening of the road. Crossroads. You've crossed the road. You make a decision. Take action on a decision you've made. Some of you made a decision. It's like not like you have to now take action is the next step. It seems we have here Metatron. Wow, 3540. 3540. I didn't look at the other numbers because it was good there. 3540. Might do. Handful of sheaves. Oh, well, what are we talking about here? Jetty Rain, Archangel Metatron. First eye, what we call third eye, popping. First eye, Poppington. Let's see. Generated functions of the body given over to the expression of sex and lust. Excuse we. The kings of Genesis 14:2, who serve Chedorlaomer. What? Okay. Chedorlaomer. Okay. For 12 years, and their rebel represent ruling thoughts and hidden sense consciousness of man. The substance of these ruling energies is given over to the use of the functions pertaining to generation to build them up and strengthen them in sense expression. In time, however, this constant waste of substance in sex ways causes deterioration of the whole man. And that's the room we started with, not the room, the I Ching we started with. And that's also what the Nine of Wands was saying from the Orisha deck. So abstaining from non-spiritual sexual ways. Let me see here. And even the desire for sex expression leaves him. Okay. In time, however, this constant waste of substance in sex ways causes a deterioration of the whole man, and even the desire for sex expression leaves him. The ruling tendencies in his sense nature, kings, rebels against handful of sheaves, roundness of a sheaf. Bundle. And we just spoke about the bundle when it came to the cerebrum and the corpus callosum. The two hemispheres in your brain are connected by a thick bundle of nerve fibers called the corpus callosum. And this is saying what? Let's look at that. In time, however, this constant waste of sex and substance in sex ways causes deterioration of the whole man, and even the desire for sex expression leaves him. The ruling tendencies in his sense nature, kings, rebel against sheath, bundle, rebels against the thick bundle of nerves called the corpus callosum, okay, that ensures both sides of the brain can communicate and send signals to each other. A message for that ass. This is how sex ed should be. No, because they taught it in a way of bringing fear instead of, letting people know what it is. But let's continue. Yin and yang. Hagalaz. Learning great lessons here. That's for sure. Because yin and yang also was a message of Hagalaz, going through lessons to earn great wisdom. 133.44. The world storm warning. Oh boy. Source said, y'all don't get this shit together. We gonna get it together. All tied up. This got to do with unions that are no longer serving either party, even in situations at work, jobs. Some of you who's supposed to be entrepreneurs, but everybody got a mission. You know what I'm saying? But it seems like five. It's time to change. You heard the beeps. 508. What's 508? Welcome, beloved. 508. What was that? God is a maker. Bullshit. El Pal. El Pal. El Pal. A Benjamite. God's works. God's work. Wages of God. God's reward. The activity of faith greatly increased in consciousness. The activity of faith, the center of the head, the pineal gland for your ass. The activity of the pineal gland. The activity of faith greatly increased in consciousness and its great results. Benjamites represent the active faith quality in man, which is the work of God. The wages or reward is a great increase of faith and its activity, a great increase of the pineal gland and its activity, DMT. Now, let me see. Speaking of the land of milk and honey, the milk is the pituitary, the honey is the pineal gland. The pineal also is the pingala or kundalini. The pituitary is the ida nerve or kunda buffer. Both of these nerves run down our spine and tree of life. These nerves connect to the sacral plexus and sacrum areas of our body, lower vertebrae. What does Genesis 28:10 say? We got 29:10 here though. I want to look at that shit. Let me see something. This is church. 28:10. Jacob left Beersheba and he went towards Haran. Okay. Jacob, which is another name for God. Yeah. Just make sure. Looking at this right. He also has 12 sons. Then you got 12 disciples. I tell you, 12. Let me see. Faith, Benjamin. Through its union with the mentality, Jacob. Okay. It experiences, okay. Mentality. God mind. I am, yeah. I am is Jacob, okay? So I am left Beersheba. Let me see what Beersheba is. Hold on. I am left what? Peter? Well, yes. I am left also in the spiritual phase of the soul, a woman of Beersheba. Okay. I am left spiritual phase of the soul and went towards Haran. Where did this go? Haran, where was this? House of elevation, mountain house, house of might, house of strength, place of overcoming, getting the upper hand, the strong, dominating, conquering phase of thought. Okay. So I am left. What was that? This be the reason why, no cap, that sometimes I don't be going live because I be going so deep into this. Like I'll just be pulling oracle cards and I just be in a whole nother world. And then it feels like I did the reading. But so it's just like you need to get your ass on the live. Just do it so you can have it. You don't have to sit here. Anyway. Okay. Back to what we came for. Beersheba. I am left the spiritual phase of the soul to go to the spiritual phase of the soul. To go to a higher height. Gazelle deers are significant. Okay. I am came to a place where I am stayed for the night because the sun had gone down. I am took a stone and put it under his head. Then I am lay down and went to sleep. I am had a dream. In the dream, I am saw some steps, Jacob's ladder. The steps went up from the earth into heaven. God's angels were going up and down the steps. The Lord stood at the top of the steps and said, I am the Lord. So this is what some of y'all seen in your dream state, your version of this through your process of elevating into your mystic psychic abilities. Because Uranus going to Gemini July 7, 2025 is lit. The enlightener, the awakener, the sign of Gemini mentality come through. Said, I am the Lord, I am the God, and your grandfather Abraham. This is an example of the way I read the Bible. Just lit. Really get to see what's going on. Let's see. Father, source, founder of a multitude. I am the God of your grandfather Abraham, the grandfather of Source. Who is the grandfather of Source? Oh boy. And the God of Isaac, your father. Maybe Daddy. I am the Lord. I am the God. Okay. I am the God of your grandfather Abraham. Okay. And the God of Isaac, your father. Okay. Source. I will give the land that you are lying on to you and to your descendants. Your descendant will be as many as the dust of the earth. They will go to the west and to the east. They will go to the north and to the south. Speaking of those states that we were mentioning with Cancerian placements, Cancer being foundation, home. Through you and your descendants, I will bless all the families of people on the earth. I am with you. I will take care of you wherever you go. I will bring you back to this land. It was 517. I will bring you back to this land. I will not leave you until I have done what I promised to do for you. That's cute. Not cute. That's dope. that's lit. Source, come through, Source. Source is like, if you don't fix it, I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna get your ass out of there, though. I'm just taking you home. The winds of change taking you home. Hagalas taking you home. 144.09. Let's get to it. Y'all gonna show me what this is? Who's eating a sandwich? No. 517. That is 7 of Pentacles, Saturn and Taurus. But what is 517? Mother. Oh, of humans. That is the source is speaking. Okay. Okay. That's right. 517 in Hebrew lexicon is mother. So what I was just reading was Genesis 28, Jacob's journey, Genesis 28:10, as we were speaking of the pineal gland. Wow. Well, Divine Mother, what is your message for the collective? What is your message for the collective? Gematria first. Okay. Something's in there. Or the rest of Babadook Builder. 738. Okay. Let's see. Lion. Venus and Leo. Next 4 months will be crucial, essential, and 123 is picture or images of lions you may want to carry with you. Red. Okay. Segment. Did I look at 2810 here too? Give a voice to your anger. Device invention. Give a voice to there's some form of device that's being invented that has to do with communication, throat chakra. What is going on here? 2810. New World Currency. July 20. Dan. Dan is Daniel, spiritual judgment. July 20, spiritual judgment. You meet holy justice, and that's called Legion Cody. This is how to turn Super Saiyan. And there's something Latin here. I need to know what this means. Man. A fraternal farewell. The end of patriarchy. In the beginning of divine union of the matriarch and the patriarch. You are never too old to be in love. National Economic Security and Recovery Act. Mary Magdalene, lover of Jesus Christ. I'm seeing that more so as teacher student. Have anybody call you yet? Barney the dinosaur without his mask. Male Jupiter declare war on Saturn. Male Jupiter declare war on Saturn. Male. That's your way, that's your way. At least I will go down as president. Ulterior motives. The eyes of the Lord are everywhere. Head of household. The eyes of the head of household of this realm are everywhere. How are you today, Archangel of Passion? Seraphim. Wow. Archangel Zaphkiel, the divine angel of contemplation. How are you today? Which means God's knowledge. Jedi, the chief of the thrones. Okay, hold on, I got you right now. Safkiel. Jupiter, signs of Sagittarius and Pisces. What is that? Well, that's as far as the harmonic setting in the sign of Sagittarius having to do with boundaries. Okay. Divine Mother, what's your message? There we go with the but it's coming out like it's turning as it was coming out in reverse, and then you have Obatala. Okay. Say less. Say less. Three of air. Three of swords, Saturn, Libra. Eight of cups, Saturn, Pisces. Let's see here. Let's look at it the other way around. Possibility of reflection, reviewing things, of abandoning worldly and mean things to reach spiritual rejoicing. Otherwise, instead of victimizers, we will become victims of our own deeds. Does a ship trapped by a huge octopus seem like the result of excessive imagination, or Tales by Jules Verne? Perhaps it may be possible, as real as many others, things he wrote. Let's see here. Speaking of the water monster, after loading a cargo of slaves, ivory, and gold dust, they were weighing anchor when they were surprised by the appearance of a gigantic squid its that threw out its legs toward two of the mast. By wrapping its tentacles around the mast, the weight of the squid dangerously tipped the ship. With the help of as many cutting devices as they could find, the crew attempted to cut off the monster's limbs. Desperate because of the apparent futility of their efforts, they invoked their patron saint, Saint Thomas. Understanding. The sincere prayers spurred the terrified sailors, who finally attained their objective. Leaving behind part of its tentacles, the monster disappeared into the water. And okay. So that was having to do with where we were before in terms of the bundles in the brain, and misuse of the body, misuse of spirituality, and what happens. Octopus comes and brings down everything that you have gained, only for you to gain clearer understanding as to the legacy of life. It's not your material things, it's love. Leaving behind parts of its tentacles, the monster disappeared into the water, and the ship recovered its equilibrium. Back in their homeland, all sailors went in procession to St. Thomas Chapel, where they sang the Te Deum and then offered an ex voto, a picture representing the encounter with the squid, which was hung in the chapel, again with the picture of animals. But this one specifically, Source wants us to carry pictures of lions. candle just went out. 529. That's Aldebaran. That is Aldebaran. Bringing in original souls. Lyrans? Okay, that too. Some of the other ones, I think. Okay, those regulars. All right. But that is the gate that souls descend through. Right here. Constellation of Taurus, the silver gate, souls descend to earth, the bullseye. Clear mind. In order to have a clear mind, put your thoughts on paper. Boom. Gemini, 9 degrees. 8, 9, around here. Okay. I'll wrap this up soon. I did say I was going to pull some tarot, but I had to take a break. Get some done. No, look at that. 144.44. Carrying connections for the woman holding a heart. Ah, shit, it was 1440. Boom. Love wins. The crunch you crave is the ad. Wall, fence. Let's see. Any proverbs? And lo, it was all grown over with thorns, and meadows had covered the face thereof, and the stone wall thereof was broken down. Ezekiel, what you talking about? The chambers were in the thickness of the wall of the court towards the east, over against a separate place, and over against the building. I'll say Thursday. Let me see what the Psalms say. He who digs a pit will fall into it. A serpent will bite them, but will bite him who breaks through a wall. Better mind their business. When it comes to this caring connection, this love that you are holding space for, mind your business and people better mind theirs too. Because these divine unions must come through for this change to happen. Yin and Yang, Metatron, the world, the storm, yeah, back when Diddy. This was something. Ooh-wee. You went in today. Welcome, Ocean Goddess. Archangel Ariel. Sacral. Passion. Archangel of Passion. 1436. Let me see. Jehovah is great. Gedalia. Is that how you pronounce it? Okay. Gedalia. Gedalia means Jehovah is great. Let's see. Gedalia. A certain spiritual awakening and elevation and stabilization of thought, and the revivifying of the soul that takes place in the consciousness of man. My brother has arisen, brother of rising. For example, standing, brother who rises and stands. Brother is also connected to the signs of Gemini and Aquarius, and cause him to search earnestly to learn more about the great law of being, that he may harmonize himself with it. So, harmonize himself with it and so escape having to reap the disastrous results of error. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we have come full circle. Yes, we have. Now it's time to walk through the door of the two spirit. I like the way this message is written. Right to it. Spiritual awakenings and new beginnings. The door opens onto the expansive energetic realm where all new beginnings originate. The orbs of light are guiding you through the clouds of the earthly world, leading you to a deeper understanding of your internal identity, the source of all true value and power. This door opens onto truly unlimited potential, for the changes that happen here reach deep into the core of your being. As such, this card often heralds your increasing powers in the spiritual arts and a deepening connection with the spirit world. Don't be surprised if you find yourself becoming more intuitive, more aware of spirit's presence, or more powerful in your own healing practices. Now is the time to open up to the unexpected guidance and inspiration of spirit and to the magic and power of your true identity. If you are just now entering, I highly suggest this might be the only live I do. I might do a recording just so y'all can catch up on this one because it's one of them ones. The affirmation is I relax and connect with my spirit's wisdom and power. I live in the peace that my spirit brings and know that the world of spirit supports me. I relax and connect with my spirit's wisdom and power. I live in the peace that my spirit brings and know that the world of spirit supports me. I relax and connect with my spirit's wisdom and power. I live in the peace that my spirit brings and know that the world of spirit supports me. My loves, that is your message. I myself will have to watch this over and take some notes down so I can keep bringing the juice. You feel me? Keep bringing the juice. You feel me? Enjoy. Enjoy. I love you all. Have an amazing Thursday. Shangwei. Jupiter Day. What hour are we in right now? We started in Mars and we are closing this up in the Sun hour. I love you all. Once again, have an amazing day.